When the world breaks, where you live decides if you live. The moment the lights go out, one brutal truth rises above all others. Where you live becomes your fate. Not your strength. Not your courage. Not even your supplies. Location decides everything. When supply trucks stop rolling and grocery stores turn into empty concrete shells, survival stops being theoretical. It becomes immediate, violent, unforgiving. For decades, a debate has quietly burned beneath every preparedness discussion. Is it better to survive in the city or in the country? Tonight, that debate ends. This is not opinion. This is not fantasy. This is survival reality, broken down into 7 critical categories that decide who lasts weeks and who lasts years. Water, security, resources, operational secrecy, trade, long-term sustainment, rebuilding. Each environment will be judged. Each will be exposed. And by the end, the truth will be undeniable. 1. Resources and supply lines. When collapse begins, supply lines don't slow down. They stop. Instantly. In urban environments, the first days look deceptively promising. Cities are dense with non-renewable goods, batteries, tools, fuel, medications, packaged food. Underground fuel tanks sit beneath gas stations, holding thousands of gallons of energy waiting to be tapped by those who know how. If the collapse is brief, cities are prioritized. Trucks roll back into population centers first. Urban residents are fed before anyone else. But that advantage evaporates faster than people realize. Cities are resource vacuums. Tens of thousands surge toward the same shelves. Every pharmacy, every store, every depot is stripped bare in hours. Competition turns violent. Looting escalates. Crowds become weapons. What begins as access ends as exhaustion. In rural areas, the picture is different and quieter. There are no warehouses full of batteries. No stacked shelves of convenience food. But there is something far more valuable: renewable access. Water flows nearby. Game moves through forests. Land produces food. Wood becomes fuel and shelter. Fewer people compete for the same necessities. Communities already know each other. Cooperation replaces chaos. Travel distances are longer. Yes. Scavenging becomes dangerous when movement is required. But the countryside does not empty overnight the way cities do. Winner, the country. Because when the shelves are empty forever, renewables matter more than leftovers. 2. Security and defense. Security is not about weapons. It is about threat density. In cities, defense begins indoors. Apartments and condos can be fortified from within. Hallways become choke points. Stairwells can be blocked. Higher floors provide early warning and observation. Tall buildings allow reconnaissance. Binoculars scan streets. Movement is visible. But cities are saturated with human threat. Every light, every sound, every movement attracts attention. Firearms are often restricted. Defense becomes reactive. Groups grow large, and internal conflict grows with them. Leaving shelter becomes a gamble. Movement must happen at night. Snipers watch from windows. Ambushes become routine. In the countryside, the threat level is lower, but the land is wider. Neighbors are known. Perimeters are controlled. Early warning systems, cameras, sensors, even dogs, offer advance notice. Defense is proactive, not reactive. There is room to maneuver. Distance creates options. But large properties require manpower. Long perimeters strain limited resources. Technology-dependent alerts fail when power dies. Still, threats arrive slower. And slower threats are survivable threats. Winner, the country. Because survival favors those who see danger coming, not those already surrounded by it. 3. Water access and purification. Water is life. In cities, millions of gallons rush through underground pipes until they don't. Once pressure drops, taps run dry. Treatment plants fail. Gravity wins. What remains is contaminated standing water. Fountains, reservoirs, pools filled with chemical runoff and biological danger. Rain collection is limited. Rooftops are crowded. Competition is inevitable. Purification tools exist, but water sources don't. In rural environments, water is physical and labor-intensive. Streams, rivers, wells, rainfall. Water must be carried, filtered, boiled. Calories are spent to stay alive. Droughts threaten certain regions. But water exists. Fire can be made. Containers can be filled. Storage can scale. The work is brutal, but possible. Winner, the country. Because no filter can purify water that doesn't exist. 4. Operational security, OPSEC. In the early chaos, cities offer anonymity. Crowds move together. Individuals disappear into noise. The grey man thrives briefly. But long-term concealment is impossible. Heat signatures glow under thermal. Noise carries through concrete. Light leaks through windows. Patterns are noticed. Supply runs are observed. Fuel extraction draws attention, and attention draws predators. Operational security collapses under constant observation. In the country, silence is control. Distance hides movement. Remote fallback locations are possible. Thermal surveillance reveals strangers long before they arrive. Locals recognize outsiders instantly. Light discipline works. Noise discipline works. Heat disperses. The land itself becomes camouflage. Winner, the country. Because survival favors invisibility, not crowds. 5. Bartering and the post-collapse economy. Cities excel at trade. Population density means skills are abundant. Specialized goods circulate quickly. Deals happen fast. Markets form early. But risk is constant. Robbery, fraud, violence. Large transactions demand armed security. Trust erodes. High-value goods become death sentences. In rural areas, trade is slower, but cleaner. Renewable resources dominate. Water, wood, food, meat, labor. Barter happens within known networks. The downside is limitation. Medicine is scarce. Ammunition is specific. Finding exact needs can take time. Still, trade exists. This is the one category where the city holds an edge. Winner, the city. Because people trade faster when there are more people, before they disappear. 6. Long-term sustainment. Short-term survival keeps you alive. Long-term sustainment decides if you stay that way. Cities burn bright, and then burn out. Generators are loud and lethal indoors. Fuel draws attention. Solar setups struggle in vertical environments. Charging systems become logistical nightmares. Scavenging provides bursts of power, but no continuity. In the country, sustainment is built-in. Wood heats homes. Outdoor cooking continues indefinitely. Fuel can be stored safely. Space allows redundancy. Power becomes optional, not required. There are no true disadvantages here, only effort. Winner, the country. Because sustainability is freedom. 7. Recovery and rebuilding. When collapse recedes, cities rise first. Infrastructure already exists. Power grids prioritize dense populations. Services return faster, if the city still stands. But destruction lingers. Burned buildings. Debris. Disease. Mass death leaves scars that take years to heal. In rural areas, damage is smaller, but recovery is slower. Roads clear faster. Homes repair easier. But power returns late. Fuel deliveries lag. Heavy machinery is scarce. Still, rebuilding is manageable. This round belongs to the cities. Winner, the city. Because civilization always tries to restart where it was loudest. Final verdict. Out of 7 critical survival categories, the country wins 5. The city wins 2. Cities offer speed, but speed attracts chaos. The countryside offers sustainability, but demands effort. When the world collapses, survival is not about comfort. It is about distance. It is about silence. It is about renewable life. In the end, civilization doesn't disappear in fire. It fades. And those who live farthest from the noise are the ones still eating when the echoes die.